Ladies, are you tired of your man's unwanted hair? Because I know I am. That's why Manscaped has the Performance Package. This thing is the real deal. The ultimate grooming package for a champion. Included is the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created, Lawnmower 4.0. The weed whacker for your nose and ear hair. Multiple ball formulation and a travel bag with even boxers. Manscaped has everything you need to keep your man fresh. Go to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free delivery with code TWITCH20. Hello, V Squad. Welcome back to another episode of VGIRLTV. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to my canal, the YouTube, and I am back with another video. First of all, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. I don't really think I made like an official thank you to my 5,000 subscribers. This is definitely a milestone, and I just want to say shout out to you guys. So before we get into the video, because I'm sure you guys are reading the title or have read the title, so you guys already know what this video is going to be about, but I do want to make a little announcement before we get into the video. So many of you guys have been reaching out to me personally via Instagram, via email, requesting that I give you guys specific information on moving to Panama, and I would love to help every single one, but I am a mother of two. I am a business owner, and I am also here producing content for you guys. A lot of the questions that you guys are asking have already been answered. I mean, if you guys go through the playlist, you will definitely find tons of information that you guys need. But if you guys are looking for more of a one-on-one kind of thing, I have now offered booking consultation to my website. So I'll be doing consultations now, guys. You just literally have to go to www.theremonroecollections.com, and then it says book. You hit book, and there are 3 options to choose for right now. There'll be more options later on as we build the website and we kind of get things on the go. But for right now, we do have 3 different options to choose from. There is one-on-one consultation, which is a 30-minute basically introduction to let me know exactly what you guys want specifically to your needs. And then there is one-on-one coaching, which is more personal and it's in depth, and I spend a lot more time with you, and I help you guys find basically everything that you need, and I put you in contact with the right person that you need, and I'm basically the liaison, especially if you do not speak Spanish. That is something that you may be interested in, but if you go to the website, it tells you exactly what one-on-one coaching involves. And then there is an option for finding your home. So if you guys are not here in Panama and you are looking for a home, I can find you a home specific to your budget and need. That is also an option for you guys to check out. So whenever you have the chance, check out www.themonroecollections.com, and I do have a coupon code for all my V squads, okay, especially for people who tune into my content. Okay, you get 20% off of any service. Okay, any consulting service, you guys will receive 20% off using coupon code VGIRLTV. So all this information will be linked down below. So now let's get into this video. So guys, I know that many of you are wondering what airlines go to Panama. And there are several that goes to Panama, but you know me, okay? I'm gonna give you the real deal, okay? I'm gonna give you the best of the best of the best. If you guys are coming from the Caribbean, I am quite sure that you guys will be traveling with Copa. If you are traveling from the States, you guys have more options to choose from. You have Spirit. Okay, there's Spirit Airlines, there's American Airlines, there is United Airlines, there is now Delta, okay? Did somebody say Delta? Yes, Delta Airlines, guys. We now have Delta Airlines, and specifically for people who are traveling from New York City, as you guys know before, the only airline that was going directly from a northern state, which is like New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, literally straight to Panama, was only Copa Airlines, okay? And if you guys know, like I know, Copa is very, very expensive. Well, that is until Delta came in and shut it down. I mean, Copa was very expensive, guys. I mean, their flights to come to Panama, for me personally, it was through the roof, and the service wasn't even worth it, to be honest with you. So I got some ease for you. I'm gonna ease it off for you, okay? We're gonna do a little comparison between Copa Airlines and Delta. So you guys know I've been traveling to Panama pretty much all my life, and for the most part I've always traveled with Copa. As of recently, now that Delta Airline is flying directly from New York State to Panama, Delta also flies out of Atlanta as well. So if you guys are from Atlanta, you guys can fly at Delta. You guys can check to see if Delta flies out from your airport hub. To me personally, I love Delta. Copa, not so much, not so much. I feel like back in the day, Copa Airlines used to be a little bit more better in terms of service, but because they never had real competition, they kind of treated their customers like it is what it is, like whatever, okay? They just, whatever, they whatevered you, at least whatevered me. Maybe you guys might have had a better experience than I did. I'm not saying I had the worst experience, but for the amount of money that you're paying for a ticket on Copa, I feel like the service should be a lot better. So one of the pros about flying Copa Airlines is that they do give you, well, internationally, they do give you snacks. Whether the snacks is, you know, 5-star cuisine or not, they're still giving you a snack. So that is included on international flights. And I feel like the seats in Copa are a lot cozy, okay, for the most part. Doesn't really matter if you're in economy class or if you are in first class. I mean, of course, first class seats are like huge, but for the most part, if you are balling on a budget, yeah, balling on a budget, economy in Copa is really not that bad. Now, when we talk about seats in terms of Delta Airline, I think Delta has it all the way around, honey. Delta gives, they just give, okay? Although you may not get food or any snacks on Delta, I feel like the seats are super comfortable and the aircrafts are super modern. I mean, the last couple of times I've been flying Delta, I've been super impressed with the online services. Is it online airline services? I mean, inboard, yeah, the inboard services. I've been super impressed with the inboard services. I really have no complaints when it comes to that department, when it comes to Delta. For that, I give Delta a A+. Another issue that I have with Copa Airlines is that they have some type of internal colorism, and I'm talking about the flight attendants, okay, and they don't even realize it. And I think it has a lot to do with culture, because there's a lot of times when I'm on the plane and for example, okay, I'm gonna tell you this story and you guys do what you want with this information, okay? Take what you want from it. So I was on a flight going to Panama from New York City on Copa Airlines, and I was sitting in a row, right? So it was me, it was another young lady. Let's just say she was fair skinned, she had like curly hair, and she was young. And then to the far right, there was an older gentleman, and he was like tan color, you know, more on the Caucasian side. And so the flight attendant comes, so now you know when you guys are getting off the plane, they give you the custom forms to fill out, and they usually ask you if you want it in English or Spanish. So she goes to the gentleman and she starts speaking Spanish to the young lady and the gentleman, and they're like, no, we don't speak Spanish. We don't speak Spanish. And she goes, oh, okay. And she gives them the form in English. She comes to me and she automatically starts speaking to me in English. And I never opened up my mouth once on the flight at all. Never opened up my mouth. Didn't say anything. I took the form and just kept moving. But one of the things that I did notice with this particular flight attendant is that every person on the flight who she deemed to be African American or Black, she would speak to them in English. And the funny thing is, half of them didn't even speak any English. So that is one of the things that I noticed about Copa Airlines. They have this underlying, to me, colorist thing that they do. I don't even know if colorism is the right word, but it's just this thing that I don't think that they realize that they do when they assume that every Black person that comes on the flight speaks English, when that's definitely not the case. Or they assume every clear-skinned person or light-skinned person automatically speaks Spanish. I don't think the flight attendants realize this, but if somebody from Copa Airlines is watching this video, please correct that, okay? Because it's annoying, right? Now, Delta Airlines. So with Delta, I'm gonna assume that because it is an American airline, however, they have both English and Spanish translators, okay? So whenever they give their reports of everything, they do it in English first, and then they go ahead and speak Spanish. One thing that I do like about Delta is that they don't have that undertone of colorism, racism, nationalism, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. They literally go to every single person and ask them, hey, do you want your form in English or Spanish? Regardless of color, skin, hair texture, or what they may assume, they speak to everyone the same exact way. So it isn't really like they're singling anyone out versus Copa. We'll just leave it at that. Another pro about Delta, and this does not at all happen on Copa's flight. Delta flights going into Panama, and these are just the flights that I've had, they have internet. So if you are someone like me that's a content creator or someone who works using the computer and you need the internet, you should definitely fly Delta because they have that option. Copa, on the other hand, does not have internet on their flights. So their planes are a lot older. I mean, if internet is not something that you really care about, then it's fine. If you're one of those people that just like sleep throughout the whole plane ride, then I don't think you would have any problem flying with Copa. But if you are a person like me that constantly am trying to get work done, I need the internet, okay? And if you are that type of person, definitely you might want to fly Delta versus Copa Airlines. Now, if you are a mom, okay, because I am a mother twice, and I travel with my kids, especially with Amir. I traveled with him as a child very often, and prior to Delta even being able to come into Panama, we used to have to fly Copa, or we would have to fly American, or we would have to fly Spirit. Yes, child, we flew Spirit Airlines before, okay? Don't judge me, judge your mother. And I did that really because I just really wanted to avoid having to take Copa Airlines because their fees, their prices were so expensive to the point where I was forced to take these other airlines because, like I said, Copa was so expensive. So what I did notice about Copa, especially when you are traveling with multiple children or if you're traveling with a family, they are not budging on the price, okay? There's no discounts. There is no way to work around it. I mean, you can try to use the points, but the points are a whole nother system if you are an American, okay? The frequent flyer miles is what I'm trying to say. If you are not Panamanian, it is, to be honest with you, using frequent flyer miles with Copa Airlines is just pointless if you ask me. But to each his own, okay? If you had a better experience and I had a better experience, please just take it and just move on. Take whatever you can and just move on from it, right? So I find that they're super expensive. The staff isn't as friendly. Now with Delta, what I found is that I don't know if it's because now Delta is trying to get a clientele, but the staff is super nice, okay? the tickets are super affordable. For me and my kids, super affordable, okay? Super duper affordable. Another thing is the baggage fees, okay? The hidden baggage fees are super annoying when it comes to Copa Airlines. There has been times where I was definitely flying international and I would buy my ticket, and then when you get up to the counter, they're telling you, oh no, you have to pay $30 for your bags, or you have to pay $40 for your bag, randomly, okay, just random. And because I needed to get to where I needed to go, I literally did not have the time to argue over baggage fees. So literally what I would do is just pay the baggage fees and hope and pray that I can get in contact with a rep and try to get those fees back. One thing that I do notice, or what I have noticed, is that when I purchase my tickets directly through Copa, there's no wiggle room, okay? There's no refunds. They're not trying to help you. There is, no, okay? It is what it is. They're not giving you back a refund. They're not even trying to bend at all to satisfy the customer. I'm just telling you from my personal experience what I've experienced. So if I am going to book through Copa, I would go book through an agency or a third-party vendor, okay? Because I find that going through third-party vendors with Copa, there is more wiggle room. So if something goes wrong, the third-party vendor would actually try to help you out, versus when you book directly through Copa Airlines, customer service, okay, Another thing that I find super helpful with Delta Airlines and traveling with children, if you are a breastfeeding mom, Delta Airlines will extend themselves for you. I've experienced grace several times when I was with my baby Gigi, traveling with Delta Airlines. The first time I needed to pump, and the flight attendant literally went out of her way and cleaned out an entire stall just for me so that I could pump, exclusively pump. She basically told me, this is your stall, we're gonna clean it out, we're gonna disinfect everything, and she did. She disinfected everything. She made sure that the stall was clean, and she also made sure that nobody else could go into that stall until I was done. Versus me going to Copa, okay, and dealing with the same situation, and they were just looking at me like I had 10 heads. 10 heads. Yeah, it's crazy, guys. It is crazy. Although in the beginning it's kind of like they're like, oh hi, nice to meet you, I don't think that they really go, I'm talking about Copa Airlines, I don't think that they really go above and beyond for their customers. I'm not saying that you need to be like worshiping the ground that I walk on, but there are certain situations where I feel like airline stewardess and the airline itself should extend grace to their clients. I know that Delta has a huge policy when it comes to babies and infants. Babies' baggage fees are waived, and anything that has to do with the baby is checked in for free. So that means like my baby car seat, her little bag, I didn't have to pay for that, versus with Copa, it was every man for themselves, okay? Baby isn't entitled to a bag. You literally have to, this is, I don't know if they changed it now, but this is before. Literally, I had to condense my suitcase and put baby's clothes and my clothes together in one suitcase and hope and pray to God that I wasn't overweight. Versus with Delta, I didn't have that issue, and if I did bring a fourth suitcase or a third suitcase or an extra suitcase that was overweight, the fee wasn't even that much. So that is something that you guys should keep in mind if you are flying with children, and you are flying into Panama to and from. If you are able to fly with Delta directly, I would strongly recommend it. I'm not anti-Copa, I'm not anti-Copa Airlines, but I'm just saying, if we're comparing the two, Delta is up here and Copa is down here in terms of satisfying customers, in terms of customer satisfaction. One of the things that I would give, I want to say this is again, back to customer service. Copa Airlines had broke one of my suitcases, and I never got refunded for my suitcase, although I filed a complaint, I filed a claim, followed up with them. They never reimbursed me for my suitcase, to the point where I was just like, you know what, like whatever, and I just chucked it up and took the L and just moved on. Delta Airlines actually lost the base for my daughter's car seat. Now, when they lost the base, they were extremely helpful in the sense that everyone really went out of their way to help me either find it or to help me with a conclusion or a resolution to the base being missing for the car seat. I mean, it took some time. I want to say like 2 months. I realized was that someone wasn't really doing their job, and the reason why it took 2 months for me to actually get a conclusion to my daughter's missing base is because someone didn't go the extra mile to figure out what was going on. But when I did find someone that did go the extra mile, my situation was resolved in less than 40 minutes, okay? It took 2 months, but when they finally figured out what was going on, it took 45 minutes, and I ended up getting a refund right away, okay? ACH, direct deposit to my account, and I was able to buy another base for my daughter, and everything was fine. Versus Copa, I never received a resolution for my broken suitcase and my missing items. Like I said, I think what's happening, well, for those of you who did not know, the reason why Delta and other airlines could not fly into Panama directly is because Copa basically had a monopoly, a stronghold, okay, where they were preventing any other airline from flying directly from out of JFK. And that now, so that was the reason why they were able to charge these ridiculous prices, because they literally did not have any competition. But now that Delta has made its way in, where now they're flying directly from New York State JFK directly into Panama, it has forced Copa Airlines to lower their prices. So there's lots of great sales on Copa Airlines now. If you guys are flying in from New York City, JFK, I'm sure you guys can find great tickets, okay? I'm telling you, I've seen tickets for $300 coming in from New York to Panama, depending on the time. But it's literally because of the competition that they have received from Delta Airlines. If I had a choice on which airline, and I'm quite sure you guys already probably figured it out right now, which airline would I be rooting for? It's totally going to be Delta Airlines. I know my sister loves Delta too. My friend that just moved here, she loves Delta too. We're like Delta babes, okay? Because of the satisfaction of service, okay? I remember once when I was flying with my daughter, the flight attendant held my daughter for me while I was trying to close my suitcase. That doesn't happen, okay, with Copa. And maybe I just got a bad batch. Maybe I got a bad batch of flight attendants that time, but I have yet to experience a situation with Copa Airlines where I have gotten help without everyone just looking at me like, what you gonna do next, girl? Yeah. So, I mean, well, I'm not gonna lie, there was one time when I got really good service, and that was because I knew the flight attendant. So, yeah. I'm talking about me not knowing the person and not knowing someone that works for the company. I feel like customer service should be something that I feel like Copa Airlines would be a really good airline if they had really good customer service, or if they improved on their customer service. And I'm talking about from the ticket counter straight through once you get to the plane, on the aircraft, just all around. I think that is something that they should work on. So if you are watching this video and you are working for Copa Airline, or if you know someone that is in charge, share this video with them, okay? I don't mean to disrespect anyone. This video is no way, shape, or form to offend anyone. This is just to give my constructive criticism on what I feel and my experiences that I've felt. If you guys have experienced similar situations with Copa, please leave your comments down below. If you have experienced good or bad, leave it in the comment section below, because I don't want it to be like, okay, I'm just bashing Copa Airlines, okay? yeah, no, I don't want it to be that way. So my experience is just that, it's my experience. So if you've had a better experience, leave it in the comment section. Leave it in the comment section and let people know what your thoughts are. Also, if you have flown another airline into Panama, leave it in the comment section also. Let us talk, let's give each other advice. I'm speaking specifically for people that are coming from the northern parts of the US. I've traveled from Florida as well, and I used American Airlines, and American Airlines wasn't that great, guys. It wasn't that great, but that's a whole nother video. Anyway, guys, if you found this video helpful, smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, peace and love.